Hello? Oh no, does that mean my whole Invincible Versus stream earlier was muted? Oh, that would suck. Probably, yeah. Oh. Anyways, that is... Yeah, about the not posting thing. There's a bit of a story to it. I just say there's a reason, but it's good, glad to hear that you're already climbing on champions. I mean, let's be honest, you're probably the best battler in the group anyway, so I'm personally not surprised you hit top 500 that fast. I'm sure you'll get right back there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just went to the nether. To get netherrack. I was just kind of like, oh, what if I get some random ancient debris on stream? That'd be fun. Oh well. Back to the project of netherizing my old base. Because I started this, the start of this week? Maybe a week ago, at most. Maybe 8 days. But I had the idea that since I moved my base I stopped living in my old original house into my new house, and I didn't move that far because I like the spawn point, and it's near the spawn. So in case anything ever does go wrong, I'm not like super far from home. No Spider-Man. But I wanted to explain why I moved over, and so I decided, well, the easy way is just to have like I had another invasion type angle, eventually, because this, I've mentioned it before, but this sunken ruined ship thing that spawned here, this spawned naturally in here, which is also why I stayed, because it's like a little lake with a ship in it. Well, most half of a ship, a third of a ship, something. But I thought that was cool, so now I was thinking like I'll put the nether portal here too, which is why there's netherrack down here. So it's basically their typical Minecraft, all the nether's bleeding into my overworld. But I want it to be more of like they invaded because I had come into the nether so many times, because I would zone out and like ancient debris mine and bed mine a lot. So I've tore up a whole bunch of nethers. So in my mind, it'd be like, oh, they're coming back. It's like this dude keeps showing up and stealing stuff and blowing up the place, and like we gotta go take him out. So it is my logic now of why I've moved base to there, is that my old base got sieged, and after a while, well, it sucks because I don't have the nether portal in, but like I said, it's gonna be over there. But the nether portal is gonna have been there so long, and like we'll say that like I don't know how to remove the nether portal, so it's just infected and invaded the area that they controlled of my old base. So I even like took all the TNT I had, and I've blown up so much of my base. I figured the brick, because it's made out of nether brick, I feel like whatever they used wasn't gonna like hurt it, but I did burn out the ceiling and like destroy the interior. All of my treasure stuff that I had here is gone, but this stuff I'm gonna keep, but I want to move over. But I eventually want this to look like it was looted. Like they came in and they blasted through and they looted everything and they stole all my stuff and blah blah blah. And so I'm gonna have just like this small area where I actually was spawned in. I'm gonna write about it in my journal, in-game journal, so I remember the lore. But this gold block right here, this is literally the point that I spawned into the world, right here. And I know just because every time I die, I'd spawn like right here. So I tested it one time and I spawned right here again. So I'm gonna leave this local immediate area intact. I'm gonna put up some barricades, like kind of from like the aquarium and then like around this area to kind of like protect my spawn point, and being that they were pushing to control my spawn point, because if they spawn trap me, then I can't, then Minecraft logic, spawn trapped, you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. So I defended my spawn trap and sacrificing my base and everything else, and eventually winning it. But now I just have like nether eye stuff. Like over those basalt pillars are supposed to be like burned out trees because the nether's so hot. So everything's so hot, so everything next to it dies and whatnot. So eventually I'll need a whole mess of coarse dirt, so I can like make it look like it's dried out. I'll do coarse dirt and path blocks and stuff. They look really good to like dry out. Yes, but I also like the idea of like, because I never liked people who like tear down completely old builds and then like build something new. But like, this is my new, because I like the history. I mean, I've been playing on this world since like 2021, so like it's at least 5 years. I know the days counter up there says only 192. That's because I didn't recover it from it being corrupted and then deleted, and then it was a whole process. But I'm glad I did it because now I still have it. But now my days was like 4,000 something, and now it's reset back to 100, less than 100. Like the 192 is like how long this project I'm currently doing is taken so far. But I like having lore. Like here I have the wall that, if you know the wall that was around my old base, now I've broken it down in most places but left little bits and pieces of it as lore. Same with like this, like don't completely destroy it, because like if you're invading, there's no point in like wasting your time completely tearing down a wall. You just need to tear down a wall enough to, they can't defend and not deny your access, so I like putting lore in the world. I'm a big visual storytelling fan, and that's mainly why, because it's my biggest thing. I love visual storytelling, because then you don't have to like sit there and explain it and be like blah 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 blah, or make someone read like a book. You can just kind of see like, oh okay, you got nether and shit. And on the old AMB Pizza like coworker world, I was building it, like I was replacing does that be the right word? I was recreating all the biomes that I found in the in my base, and kind of turn my base into like a nature preserve, which I really like the idea of. So I'm going to do that here. Probably, let's see, this is my current base area. It's my old base. As you can see, the nether is taking over. I think maybe, no, not there, because that's a mountain. Update that. No, nothing update. Yeah, so that's a mountain. So I'm thinking maybe like over here, the nether, or like down here, or I might, since I have nothing over here, like, which is like over that way, I might just like start putting it over there, just so I can have all the biomes, and like, biomes, and bring the mobs and be like, oh, I'm preserving it just in case, because one of my childhood dreams was to be a park ranger when I was a kid. So I thought it'd be really cool to be that guy whose job it is to like keep stuff safe and preserved, and from people who just want to mine it for resources and stuff. But I never actually, I don't know why I didn't follow that path actually. I think I just never got into it because I was always busy. But it would be a really sick job to have, in my opinion. Maybe some of the Firewatch games and stuff that people played lately. That one horror game where you like report stuff, but like stuff's going down, your coworker dies. I forget the name of it. It's a newer game. I've seen a lot of people playing. Like that kind of stuff like reminded me, like, yeah, I did want to do that as a job. Like, not obviously not like dealing with unmentionable horrors, but like being in the forest and like preserving nature, because I've always been a nature boy. No Ric Flair. My favorite thing too is the fact that like some people think it's ridiculous that like you can't even fly drones. If you ever go to a national park right now, like you will get in massive trouble if you like fly a drone, because it's a non-natural sound, and like the wildlife doesn't know how to deal with it, and it will stress them out. And like unlike human stress. Like animal stress can literally just kill them. Like, so it's why they take it very seriously and whatnot. So like you get caught flying a drone, you're in so much trouble. Hell, you get so much trouble if you're camping or setting up a fire in a non-campsite area because you don't know the repercussions of you being there and whatnot, what happened. But it's all cool. It's all cool. It's all cool stuff. Like I said, I personally blame when I went to science camp in 5th grade because I spent a week out in the redwood forest, sequoias. No, yeah, it was the redwoods, specifically redwoods, which I've learned are only like in that area of California is the only place in the world that redwoods currently live. They're like ancient. They're like crocodiles. Like they're from like millions of years ago. Oh, so you know, let's slow it down. So from millions and millions of years ago, like when there was no cold, when we had no like ice on the planet, redwood trees and sequoias and their like ancestors were super successful. They covered all of the northern hemisphere. They were everywhere. They were practically the default tree in a lot of places. And so the reason why is because like as you see in like Jurassic Park and like other stuff like that, the world was super humid. There was tons and tons of fog everywhere all the time, constantly. And because there was all that fog everywhere, how sequoias and redwoods grow is that they don't have deep root systems. They grow off of absorbing water from the ambient air. So by doing that, obviously, if there's a bunch of fog up there, they can access that water and grow where the trees that grow from the roots can't, so that it can grow higher, which then, you know, oh, hey, look, there's more fog up here, there's more humidity, there's more water, and then you probably can understand how it turns into like a runaway system at that point, where they just become ungodly, massively towering. Even now, like, they're way smaller than they used to be able to get. But because the world started cooling and the earth started getting colder, they were getting out-competed, as, you know, nature does, as evolution goes. So now they're at the point where they only exist in California, and then there's a cousin of them that has evolved and survived separately in, let me just plop that down right now so I can pick this up. China. There's like a shorter cousin, I forget what it was called, but there's one that it exists in China. So there's like a small pocket in the middle of China, and then there's California. And then funny enough, when people found it in China, there's like all these writings of this like specific tree that's really different from everything else in the area. It only grows in this like one valley, and like people would travel from all over China and like the local countries to go see it and be like, oh my, what's this beautiful fancy tree? And in some areas there's only one of them that survived, but they live so long, so like they live hundreds of years if you don't bother them, you know what I mean, or nothing takes them down. Like they usually at least when I was in science camp, they said, what's the number one killer of sequoias other than heat? And it's nature. Or not nature, it is the weather. Because as long as it doesn't get super dry and humid for like decades, it will take like decades to kill one of these trees off. Totally. It'd be fine. It's still gonna be there. It's still gonna live. But like in China, it has existed, and it's been this like mythical thing almost for a long time until, you know, modern age comes in. And people now understand, like, holy shit, this is the tree. And it's supported that the tree spread all across Asia, Europe, North America, which is really cool. And of course now they survive in the parts of coastal California they live in, because it is the only part of the earth that mimics the conditions that they lived in and survived in back in millions of years ago, but that they already were. Like, it's theorized that maybe, I forget who it was, some guy was talking about like, oh, maybe we introduce redwoods to the Amazon forest to preserve redwoods, and then of course naturally everyone told him he's stupid as fuck, and that's a dumbass idea, because like humans do not like learning the lesson that just randomly introducing a new species to an ecosystem that don't existed is a bad idea. A massively bad idea that would be, because what if they do outcompete everything else? Like, we don't even understand 90% of the Amazon as it is now. Imagine we start destroying the ecology of the Amazon. Now we really won't understand what was there, what exists, how it works, and so it would be terrible. You know, the whole meme of like, oh, the cure for cancer is probably somewhere in the Amazon, just chilling, vibing, and nobody's ever found it. And it's probably true. It's probably true because we don't know shit about the Amazon. The Amazon is like the ocean, but on land for us, and a forest. It's the ocean, but forest form, I should say. In a sense, like, we don't know what the fuck's going on in there. We have no idea. We have no clue. Which is why it's such a problem that, like, you know, it's incentivized to chop down the forest to grow farmland to people to make money and a living. But that's a whole nother conversation. I could also get into red pandas and how they are the original pandas, and actual pandas that you know about are not real pandas, and they stole the panda's identity, and the fucking red pandas are actually endangered, and pandas that we know about have actually stopped being endangered for like a decade, at least like 10 years. But you know, whatever. Nobody comes to YouTube and watch someone play Minecraft for activists and like nature preserving propaganda. It's for Minecraft for you on your lazy day while you bed rot and you don't want to get up, do anything. And that's what it's here for. This is my stable also, by the way. I just finished this yesterday to take a break from because terraforming, that would be the word. Terraforming gets really boring, monotonous, and your brain kind of stops wanting to do it after a while, so that I don't give up on the project. Even though I do believe in Minecraft the best way to do big projects is in bursts, because then you keep going to it. So like, I watched this dude Toy Cat. He put it best. He has like 17, 18, 20 projects going on once, but he does that so that like, oh, I get sick of building this, I'm gonna go way over there and build this other thing I'm building, and then when I'm gonna do that, I go over there and build. And so everything gets done little bits at a time, but you don't burn out and then just stop playing the game. And considering I don't have a 2-week Minecraft phase, I just like playing Minecraft, you know, it makes sense. I just kind of play Minecraft alongside other games. Minecraft's basically mostly for them. When I don't have anything else that I want to play, I'll throw up some Minecraft, throw down some blocks, and eventually I start wanting to play something. Well, Ethan, I know you like facts. It's the ADHD brain.